Good evening, Roehampton Club. This is Susanne with another 45-minute Pilates class. You will need a stretch band and a block. If you haven't got a stretch band, you could use just a towel, quite a big towel, which can be wrapped around your feet as well. So let's start straight away. So get up, please, and stand behind your mats. Stand really nice and tall. And what I would like you to do is place your hands onto your hips, 4 fingers at the front, thumb at the back. And you're going to start to take really nice deep breaths with a very long exhale. And on that exhale, you're going to draw the pelvic floor up, draw the belly button in, and gently pull the 2 hip bones towards your rib cage. And on the inhale, you reverse it again. And really try to breathe out through pursed lips with not very much sound. So it's quite quiet. And it's a long breath, so you're trying to really find length in the breath. Breathe out. And breathe in. Feel the movement in the hip. Feel that shrinking of the waist, the lifting of the pelvic floor, and the hardening of the tummy as you pull your belly button in. You should feel how the tailbone is lengthening downwards between your legs. You're going to do 2 more. 1 more. Good, and this time you're just going to hold it in that position with that tail gently tucked. Bring your arms to your side. Good, we're just going to start by pulling the shoulders up to our ears and then pull the shoulders back down again. So what I don't want you to do is drop the shoulders. So you're lifting them up and then you're drawing them down your back. And with each one that you do, you're trying to find a little bit more depth. Breathe out to pull down. Feel a stretch in the shoulders. And as you pull down, I would like you now to draw the head one way. Bring it back up again, those shoulders. And exhale to go the other way and draw the head over to the other side. Yeah, try to feel length in the fingertips as you bring it down. So try to reach for the floor and nod the head over to one side again. And then 1 more on the other side, nod to the side. Good, from here we're now going to take a gentle rotation forward. And then do that a few more times. I just have to let somebody else into the meeting. So you keep going with that. Good, a lovely neck rotation. Couple more times. Last one. Good, and then lift your chin up again. And then bring the chin to the chest and roll it down. If you've got osteoporosis, come forward with a straight spine. Lean into it, lift your tail up, feel the stretch along the back side of your legs. Really relax your head. Inhale, exhale, come back to the top again. Good, we're now going to lift the arms up to shoulder height. We inhale, and then we exhale to rotate. Inhale to reverse. And exhale over to the other side. And really try to think about good posture. So lift your breastbone up and pull the shoulders back. We're doing the same thing again. Chin to chest, roll it down, the knees are soft. Find the length in your spine. Inhale at the bottom. And then exhale to come back up again. Bringing the arms to the ears this time. And extend into a belly stretch. We're going again, chin to chest, roll it down. Knees are soft, lean forward into your toes. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale to come back up again. This time you're going to raise one arm up. And you're going to find a stretch in your waist. Breathe out as you feel the stretch. And then over to the other side, lengthen your fingertips. And breathe out over to the other side. Try to keep the same amount of weight on both of your feet. Beautiful, good. We're now going to bring the arms forward as we squat down. Sit onto your heels and come back up again. Try to press your big toes into the ground here. So take it down and then drive it up using the big toes, feeling the bum cheeks engage. Take it down and come up. Good. A double pulse at the bottom. 1, 2, and come back up again. Try not to lean too far forward. And the double pulse. And come back up again. Good. You've got 2 more. Make sure you sit on your heels. The big toe has got floor contact. Back up again. Last one. Take it down. Double pulse. And come up. Good. We're now going to march diagonally. Nice and simple. Just to get the brain to find that balance. Try to look at the horizon. Try to lift the knee up past the hip. Good, we're now going to hold it in that position. If you need to go and hold on to something because you're a little bit wobbly, then please do that. We're now going to take the hand and we're going to place the hand into the middle of our thigh. If I turn sideways, you can see here I've got the hand in the middle of my thigh. Good, I'm now going to press the hand into my thigh and pull the knee towards me. Feel the hip flexors engage. You want to do this gently. Stand on a straight leg. Nice upright body, and make sure it doesn't take your breath away. Push the thigh down, make sure it's not moving. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and relax. Shake it out. Good, we're going to go back into the march diagonally. Nice and slowly. Good. Now I'm going to hold it again. I'm standing on my other leg. I'm trying to stand on a straight leg. I'm placing my opposite hand onto my thigh. And now I'm pressing my hand into my thigh. And I'm making sure that the knee doesn't move. Hold and breathe. If you need to hold on to something to find that balance, then please do. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1, and let go. Perfect. Good. Widen your leg and turn your feet out. We're going to go into an inner thigh groin stretch. Hands in front of your chest. And you're going to sit back. So draw the tail back and find the heel. And you should feel all of this opening up. Then come back up again. Nice and upright. Go over to the other side. So tail back. Stand on your heel. Feel that inner thigh open up. Try to lengthen, so the long leg, the one that you're not bending, try to think about length. Try to think, I need to lengthen this leg away. And that makes the stretch much more long. Rather than just you feeling it in one place, it should stretch it out a little bit more. Back to the center, over to the other side, and feel that stretch. Try to bend that knee. Excellent. And then come back up. Good, we're now going to stand shoulder width apart. And we're going to go for a hip flexor stretch. So the muscle that you felt when you were standing and pressing your hand into it, the one here is the one I want you to stretch now. So shoulder width apart. You're stepping forward with one leg. The back heel comes up. And then you're going to reach the fingertips up to the ceiling. Breathe out. Tuck your tail in and push the hips forward. And then bring the arms down and change over to the other side. So step forward, lift those arms up, find the stretch in the front of your hip. We're going again. Come forward and raise. Try to clench your bum a little bit more if you're struggling to find the stretch, and tuck the tail in. Hold and breathe. Front of the hip. One more on each side. Last one. And relax. Good, you're now going to grab your block. You can use anything else. You could use a small hand weight, you can use a water bottle, whatever you can find. I just want an item. And then stand about shoulder width apart. Both feet on the floor. The feet can be slightly outwardly rotated. Bring your item, your block, in front of you. We're now going to squat down and we're going to rotate the block over to one side. And then with control, we are going to fling the item over our shoulders. We're not actually going to let go and we're not swinging. We're doing this in slow motion. Good, and I want you to feel how you're drawing that belly button in and tucking the tail between your legs gently as you bring the block overhead. Good. So one more on this side. It's a rotational motion. And then bring yourself to the center and do the other side. So take it down, inhale, and then exhale. Find that movement in your spine. Take it back down again. Try not to lift your heels up. And if you really lengthen, you're going to feel a little stretch in that waist. You got 3 more on this side. 3, 2. You've got 1 more. And 1. Fantastic. Bring it back to the center and relax. Excellent. Let's go down onto the floor. Stand to the end of your mat. Roll it down, bone by bone. Once you get to the bottom, you walk forward with your hands and find the hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And then start your cat-cow. Sit. Nice cat-cow. You can be on your knuckles if you find the hands are too much for you. You want to feel frontline stretches and backline stretches. What you don't want to feel is your lower back building up tension. So reduce the range of movement a little bit in that arch and think about lengthening the breastbone forward instead. You've got 2 more. You've got 1 more. From this position, we're coming into a neutral. So make sure the back of the head is lifted. You're pushing the breastbone away from the floor. Core is engaged. You inhale. And on the exhale, you slide one of your big toes back. And once the knee is long, you lift up. And the aim is not to bend the elbow. The aim is to remain perfectly still in that trunk. And then bring it back down again on the inhale. Do it again on the other side. So imagine you've got a cup of tea resting on your back. And there's absolutely no tea spilling out of that cup. You also have a cup of tea on the back of your head and a third one in between your shoulder blades. So you're working on trunk stability here. Just doing the leg, having lots of breaks is your level 1. Level 2, same thing, but you're going to move the fingertips forward as well. Make sure the tea doesn't spill. And bring it back down again. Make sure the back of the head is lifted. And extend and lift. Perfectly long, perfectly elegant. No need to look at the screen here. You look in between your hands onto the floor. No wiggling, no rocking. Keep everything engaged. One more time. Slide and lift. And then bring that back down again. Fantastic. We're now going to bring our knees a little tiny bit closer to us. So our hips are behind our knees. So we've got more weight on the knees than we have on our hands. We're then going to lengthen one arm out to the side. So one arm is really long. And then you're going to look over to the other hand.
The hand is still underneath the shoulder, and what you should find is a lovely stretch in your chest and upper arm and shoulder. So let's do it again. Come up, bring that hand back underneath your shoulder, and then lengthen the other one out and away, and just turn the head away from your long arm. Try to relax. You've got weight on that hand. You've got weight on the knee. We're going again. Push it up. Place the hand back underneath the shoulder. Bring the other hand out. Turn the head and feel the stretch. I've got quite a lot of weight on that supporting hand still, so that I'm not overloading the stretch. We're going to do it one more time. Coming up. Hand out to the side. Look away from the long arm and feel that stretch in the upper body. Well done. Okay, coming up. If you struggle with kneeling, what you can do, you can use two mats or just fold the mat over one so that you're on more than just a mat. So what I mean by that is you just fold it over so you've got a double mat here to protect your knees. If you can't do this kneeling, you can do it standing. We're bringing one leg forward. I know you can't see my head, but I assure you my head is still there. The front foot is slightly further forward than my knee. I'm now going to bring my arms out to the side and I'm engaging my core. Good. So the rotation happens over to the side where there is no knee. So I'm rotating away from my front knee, and the front knee goes outwards in the opposite direction. And again, you should feel a little stretch here. Good. And then bring it back again. What you should feel is that motion in your trunk and a stretch in the groin. Breathe out, look over the shoulder, and back again. So here we go again, and rotate. Make sure the core engages. A little bit of balance involved as well. We're going to do one more on this side. Find that rotation, look over the shoulder, and bring it forward. Bring the arms to your side. And of course, we need to change legs. So I now have got my left leg forward and I'm rotating over to the right because I'm rotating into and away from that leg at the front. So engage everything and rotate away from that front leg. You rotate into that direction where there is no leg. So it's my right leg, that's not there. So I'm rotating over to the right. Pull your left thigh over to the side. And really find a very, very long trunk. So you want to do this with perfect posture. Draw the shoulders back and down, lift your breastbone up, and find that rotation. Find the groin stretch as well. You've got two more. Make sure your eye line follows the movement. You've got one more. And rotate. Bring it back to the front. Bring the arms down. And then come all the way onto your back. Come on down onto your back. Start with your pelvic tilt, as always. Breathe out to tilt. Breathe in to reverse. The neck is long, so pull your chin forward as you find the tilt. Two more. One more. For the ones with osteoporosis or spinal issues, you're going to carry on with this pelvic tilt. Everybody else, interlace your hands behind your head. Imprint your lower back and then lift your head and shoulders up. Look at the horizon. Feel your stomach muscles tensen and bring it back down again. So you're lifting the head up using your arms and shoulders. Pull the two hip bones towards you as you pull your ribs towards the hips and then relax it again. The lower back comes down onto the floor And then it goes back into a neutral position. You've got 2 more. And lift, breathe out. Back down again. Last one, we're going to hold it at the top. So if you can't lift your head up, you're now imprinted. We're all going to lift one leg up into tabletop. And then the second leg comes up too. Of course, you can keep your feet on the floor if you prefer. Head either on the floor, back imprinted, or head lifted. And off we go. Start pulsing in through the nose, out through pursed lips. In through the nose, out through pursed lips. So feet on the floor is easiest. Feet in tabletop is harder. If the head is on the floor, stay with the legs in tabletop. If the head is lifted and you can do more, then stretch your legs up to the ceiling elegantly with a Pilates V, so the feet are turned inwards and pointed. And if you can, drop it down for 5. And lift it up for 5. So that's your hardest option. But make sure the lower back does not peel away from the mat. Drop it down for 5. Lift it up for 5. Make sure you don't feel any pressure in the neck. If you do have a break, bring the head on the floor and lift it up for 5. Good. We've got 81, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 91, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 99, 100. Grab hold of your head, place it back down again, and pull your knees to your chest. I don't actually know how many exactly you've done. There or thereabouts, 100. Good. From here, we take one ankle and cross it over our thigh and just gently press your hand into your thigh, and you should feel a little stretch somewhere around the hip. Stay in this position, please, but bring the arms out to the side. We're now going to go into a twist from here. So our leg is crossed. And now find that stretch one way. And then over to the other side. Keep your core engaged. Now listen, if you don't want to do this because it's too intense for you, then just bring your feet parallel, stack your leg, and do a twist with your legs parallel. Keep moving. Make sure the core is gently engaging. Try to keep your shoulders on the floor. Lengthen your fingertips so you get that stretch in your chest. Excellent. So that's the last one on this side. Then come back to the center, unfold your legs, refold on the other side. Take your hand and just gently press into that leg. Make sure your waists are the same length, so you're not hiking your hip up higher on one side than the other side. Feel a gentle stretch in the hip. Good, and then let go and start your twists again. Again, start small, make it bigger as you get used to it. Keeping the shoulders down, looking away from the moving knees. And again, if this is too intense, place your feet parallel and give me a parallel legged stretch. You might find that one side was much tighter than the other. Okay, one more on the other side, and then we're going to go ahead and do a bridge. Good. Pull the legs back to the center. You should have your block or your book somewhere. So we're going to take that and we're going to place that block underneath our right foot. So the ones that have got a block that is not as long as your foot, then just make sure that your heel is on the block. Your feet are parallel and it's underneath the right foot. So make sure that the left foot is at the same distance from the bum cheek than the right one. And then give me one pelvic tilt. And on the second pelvic tilt, I want you to go up and feel how the hips, the front of your hips are opening up. Clench the bum as soon as the hips are leaving the floor, and the side of the block will stretch deeper than the side that is still on the floor. Make sure that you come up with the same height in your hip bones, and then come back down again, bone by bone. Make sure that you weight bear into your shoulders as you're doing this. Particularly with osteoporosis, you want to carry the weight on your shoulders and not individually into each vertebra. So it's really important that you're using those shoulders. Good. Once you get up here, you can carry on going up and down if you want, or you can stay here with me. Level 2, you're in this position and you're going to lift the left heel off the floor, not your toes. So you're just lifting the heel up and down, and feel the effect of that. So as you lift the heel up, feel how your right bum cheek is engaging deeper. Breathe out as you lift. Breathe in to take it down. If you can do more, and be careful, if the lower back hurts, you don't want to lift that leg anywhere. So keep the toe on the floor. But if you think, yep, I've got the strength, then you're going to extend the leg up to the ceiling and then bring the foot back down again. Toe, ball of your foot, heel, inhale, and exhale, lift it up. So it's the left leg that's moving. The left hip is the one that you need to stay nicely lifted. So make sure the left hip doesn't drop. Use the length of your arms, use your breath. One more time. Bring that foot down, inhale, and exhale to roll it all the way back to the bottom. Excellent. Keep your right foot on the block, imprint your lower back, and extend the left leg away. From here, we are flexing the foot and we are lifting our leg towards our chest. Feel the stretch along the back line of your leg, then point the toe, bring it back down again, core is engaged. Exhale to lift it up. Inhale to bring it down. So you're after an active stretch here. That means you're stretching whilst moving, and lift it up. It's much harder than strapping the leg into a band and doing it that way. 2 more times. Feel that stretch. Last one. Lift it up. Flex. Perfect. And then bend that leg. Place it on the floor. Push the block over and underneath your left foot. Make sure your left heel is on the block. And make sure your right heel is at the same distance away from the bum. One pelvic tilt. On the second pelvic tilt, you bring it up into the bridge. Make sure the shoulders engage. Make sure the bum cheeks engage. Extend the knees away from your shoulders. You can look down the length of your body here, and then bring it back down again, bone by bone. And of course, once again, if you prefer just to work on that, then please do. So the left foot is on the block. The right foot is on the floor. We're going up and down for level 1. Level 2, hold it at the top. Communicate with your lower back. Make sure the 2 hip bones are pulling towards your ribs. You exhale to lift your right heel up, not your toes. Inhale, press the heel back down again. There is no wiggling going on in your hips. Breathe out to lift. Breathe in to press it down. One more time, breathe out to lift. I'm very happy for you to stay with this. If you can, we're now going to progress into level 3. So lift the leg up, extend it up to the ceiling, keep the height of your bridge, and then bring it down, ball of your foot, and heel. And then you go again, breathe out to lift. Stretch out that leg and bring it back down again. Really feel that bum cheek working really hard. And extend it up. Keep the hip height going. Fourth and last one. And extend it up. Bring that leg back down again. Inhale. And exhale to bring it all the way down, bone by bone. Back into neutral. Then imprint your lower back. Pull the two hip bones towards you. Extend the right leg. From here, you flex your foot and you pull the leg towards your chest. Breathe out. Try to think leg length. So try to think you're lengthening that heel up to the ceiling. 2 more times. Lengthen the heel up to the ceiling. 1 more. And up to the ceiling. Nice. And then bend those knees, place your feet on the floor. Good. Turn onto your side. Turn onto your side. Hand on hip. You're going to extend the legs forward. So they're not totally in line with your body. They're coming forward a little bit. Both of your heels are exactly the same length. The shoulders are stacked, the hips are stacked. So the waist is lifted. There's a gap underneath me. I'm lying right on top of my hip bone and right on top of my shoulder joint. I'm now going to lift the top leg up, pointed, and I'm taking it down, flexed. Lift it up, pointed, and down, flexed. So the bottom leg is your stabilizing leg. That's pressing gently into the floor. Make sure that waist doesn't sink and bring it back down again. You've got 2 more of these. Lift it up, flex, bring it down. The toe is pointed upwards. 1 more time. Lift it up and flex it down. Beautiful. Good. You're now going to keep the bottom leg slightly forward and pull the other leg in line with your body. Good. You're now going to pull the knee to the chest. Then you're going to extend the leg forward and you're going to flex without toppling over. So do it slowly. Find that balance. Behind you, you pull the knee back to your chest, forward, flex, and pull it behind you. Good. When you go behind you, that's the really important one, that you're not arching your lower back. Hip mobility, and pull it round. You've got 1 more. Pull it towards your chest, forward, flex, pull it behind you. Good. Now hold it pulled behind you. We're going the other way. We're coming forward with a flexed foot. Then you pull the knee to the chest and you're going to bring it behind you. Don't fall over. And forward. Press that bottom leg into the floor. And behind you. 2 more times. And forward. Pull the knee to the chest. Behind you. You've got 1 more. Bring it forward. Knee to chest. And behind you. And relax. Good job. Okay. So we're going to come up onto our elbows. If you have got a dodgy knee, you're going to use this band and you're going to take your ankle and you're going to wrap the band around your ankle so you don't have to pull the heel towards your bum cheek. If you haven't got knee injuries, then hold on to your foot. So come up onto your elbow, please. Come up onto the elbow. Then grab your top ankle, top foot. That's it. And now you're going to round your upper back. You're coming into bad posture. So really round your upper back. Engage the core, and now we're going to lengthen the knee towards the opposite direction of our head, and we're going to pull the leg back a little bit. So hopefully you'll find a lovely stretch in the body of your quadricep muscles, so right down there. Keep your spine rounded, so we don't want to arch our back. You want to push the hips forward, and you want to lengthen that knee down towards the end of the mat. Good, and then let go of that leg and just lengthen it. We're now going to lift the waist away from the floor and just make sure that the elbow is underneath the shoulder. You also want to draw the shoulder down your back. You're going to bring the arm up. Level 1, hold it in this position without any movement for as long as you can. Level 2, you're going to lift up, look up to the ceiling, down to the floor, look up to the ceiling, and bring the hip back down again. Good, let's go again. Lift up, look up to the ceiling, down to the floor, up to the ceiling, and bring it down again. Good, one more time. Lift the hip up, look up to the ceiling, down to the floor, up to the ceiling, and back down again. Good, and come up into a seated position. Pull your knee towards your chest as you come up. Good, and then just give me some shoulder rolls here. Fantastic. So, this front leg is forward. My foot is here. I've placed it against my thigh. My other foot is here behind me. It is sitting there. Good. So if you think, oh, this is not great for my knees, then try to sit just with the two legs folded underneath you like that. If all fails, you're going to sit with both legs facing forward. We're going to go down onto the elbow and we're going to find a stretch in our waist. So drop down onto the elbow. If you can't drop onto your elbow, you're on the wrong side. So if you can't even think about getting the elbow down, you're on the wrong side. So change arms in that case. That's it. Feel the stretch. So really pull the hip away from your fingertips. Then come up. This is now your short side. You will not be able to come onto your elbow. Reach the arm up to the ceiling and do your best. Find the stretch in the waist. Good, we're going again. So down onto the floor, reach, feel the stretch. We're now going to rotate and bring both of our elbows onto the floor. You might feel a little stretch in your bum cheeks. You might feel nothing. Hang out in this position for a moment. Keep lengthening the spine. Lengthen the arm again. Come back to the center, up and over. And feel the short side opening up. Relax your shoulder. Good. We're now going to take both of our hands behind us. Lean back. Elegantly pull your legs around and change over to the other side. Elegantly lift and pull it over to the other side. Good job. And then stretch over again. This is again the long side. And then coming up over to the other side. Reach up to the ceiling. You won't be able to bring the elbow on the floor on this side. Good. We're going to go all the way down again. Excellent. The rotation. So come onto your elbows. Lengthen the spine. Many more stretches on this side than I had on the other. So that just shows you how uneven I am. This one I can feel in my bum and in my waist, in my shoulders. The other one I could hardly feel. So if this happens to you, that's absolutely normal. We're uneven. Lengthen again. Come on up. One last time over to the short side. Excellent. And with your eyes, find your block. Then grab the block, place it over to this side of the mat, and then lie down. Lengthen your legs. Bring them forward so they're not in line with your body. They're slightly further forward. And then you lift the top leg up and flex it down. Lengthen your spine and flex it down. And lift and bring it down. Go again, lift and take it down. Make sure you're not toppling over. Don't overlift. You want to keep that waist off the floor. This is your last one. Good. And now the toe is currently facing up. I'm now going to turn the toe forward. Pull the knee to the chest Extend the leg forward and flex it behind. Good. When it goes behind your body, make sure that you're focusing on not arching your back. And keep moving. It's like a slow motion bicycle motion. Don't arch your back as it goes behind you. Really find your breath. Find how you're pulling the two hip bones towards you as you go back there. So you're extending that leg. There should be a gentle stretch as you go back there. And extend. No kitty. One more time, extend. And pull it behind you. Now I'm going to reverse the movement. So bring it forward, flexed. Pull the knee to the chest and bring the leg behind you. Don't topple over. And again, bring it forward. Keep everything engaged. Top shoulder is pulling back. Think about your posture. Get 2 more times. Scoop it forward. Pull it behind you. You've got 1 more. Scoop it forward. Pull it behind you. And relax. Good. Coming up onto your elbow. Grab hold of your foot. Pull it towards your bum cheeks. If you need to, grab your band. Strap your ankle around the band. Good. You're now going to round your upper back. And you're going to lengthen your knee away from your head. Good. And really try to lengthen the knee away, away, away. And then pull it behind you a little bit more. Make sure the back doesn't arch. So really round forward. This is the only time that I'm encouraging you not to be in good posture. Hold and breathe. Try to feel the stretch down your thigh. So you want to really lengthen that knee away a little bit more. That will really help with that, spreading the stretch out a little bit more. And then let go and place the foot nice and high onto the floor. Bring the arm up. Good. Okay, so if you don't want to lift up, you look up to the ceiling, down to the floor, up to the ceiling, down to the floor. If you can do more, you're now going to lift the hip up, look up to the ceiling, down to the floor, up to the ceiling, and sink back down onto the mat. You've got 2 more to go. Lift up to the ceilings. Really try to find that neck rotation down to the floor, up to the ceiling, back down. You've got 1 more to go. And lift up, look up to the ceiling, down to the floor, again up to the ceiling, and bring the hip down. Good job. Sit up again, and again, give me those shoulder rolls. Good. We're now going to go into a child's pose. So widen your knees, bring your feet together, and sit back with your arms wide, and just relax into this. Take one hand, place it onto the other hand, find that stretch. And then bring that over to the other side. Find the stretch on this side. Gentle stretch. You don't need to force anything. Perfect. Come on up. Give those shoulders 1 more roll. And that is it for tonight. Good job, everybody. Excellent work. So let me turn off the recording. Thanks for being here. Let me know if you're using these sessions and how you're finding them. Bye-bye.
Hi.